In this video, I am going to show you a pretty interesting new rack from a brand new trust, Yakima, and it's called the Onramp LX, and it can handle bikes of any shape up to 80 pounds each. Alright, I'm a big fan of racks these days because I'm testing a lot of bikes, heavy bikes, commuter bikes, cargo bikes, e-bikes, and it really has put this stress on a lot of bike racks existing. So it has to be a hitch rack these days. You can't be putting these things on the roof. They're just way too cumbersome and heavy. And a lot of the old racks, the existing racks, are not sturdy enough for the weight of these bikes and, you know, the odd shapes as well. So companies have come to address it. They call it super duty, heavy duty racks or e-bike ready racks. And this is one such rack. It is the Onramp LX for $899, and it's on sale right now at Backcountry. And I'll have a link in the description for that. All right, now that the bike is on here, I am gonna take it off for you. And it shouldn't be too hard. I'm not even gonna use a ramp because it is the outside rack that's being used. So 2 straps. And you can take the straps off. I'm going to try to leave the straps on and kind of have it unwind as I pull it off. So this is the critical one that keeps it in place. And once I take it off, the bike is free to move. So you gotta get a hold of that. And right here is the key move that I'm going to do. I'm going to do one wheel at a time, front first, and put it on the ground. Oh, it went on the ground. And that's the cool part of this operation. If you can split the weight of the bike, this is about a 88-pound bike, split the weight of the bike in 2, then you have a much better chance of not stressing your back. Okay, next thing I'm going to show you is how to fold up the rack, and it should be quite easy. These things should ideally be pointed up, and all you need to do is release this, and this arm should go slot right in here, and you have a plastic opening mouth that just is automatic. And then you have 2 pins that keep its position, one on each side, so unweighted a little bit. And this other pin is your removable one, and right there you can tilt it if you need to open that tailgate of yours. And right there, once you get it past that thing, there's no middle position, which is good. I hate the middle position. And then boom, you are in the game right there. So pretty handsome little rack, right? All right, here is the Yakima Onramp LX when it's folded up. And right off the bat, there's always a curb appeal factor. How do the racks look? Because they're going to be on your very fancy looking expensive car sometimes, and you want it to look good. You don't want it to be all disheveled looking. So here it is. It's pretty handsome, and these things are adjustable. One of the biggest features of this rack is adjustable trays right here, and these will adjust to your wheelbase. Okay, so that also can adjust the look of your rack. If you want something that's minimalist, you just press it in so it looks kind of small. It will have the effect of looking unbalanced though if you push it in all the way. But if you want a minimalist look, kind of more out of the way, that's how you want to do it. All right, and here you have a kind of big balanced symmetrical look, but it's a handsome looking rack. It's only about 53 pounds, which is good because, you know, weight per capacity is very good. I have some racks that are like the Saris one is very good, but it's 80 pounds for that thing, and you can't almost put that in the garage regularly. It's too much of a chore. So you fold it down, and the way you do that is just with this one release right here. It has a safety, and then you pull it, and then now it's free to go down. And let me tell you, for a 50-pound rack, this thing is pretty solid. And there's another pin on the right side, so to make sure it's secure. This is what a center hold is. This one right here. And they do have a very sturdy one. Boom. So these kinds of racks, what they do is they hold the bike from the center somehow, ideally on the seat post, sometimes on the top tube, sometimes on the frame. So seat post or frame is where they're going to hold it at. If you have a very sensitive road bike carbon fiber, you might not want to hold it on the frame, or you can just wrap a microcloth, microfiber cloth when these straps. So this rack is all about straps. All right, so I'll go forward. Boom, boom. Straps in the way. And then right there. Whoa, whoa. You gotta stay in the guides. And then boom. Oh, no need to clear the pedals. All right, the first thing I want to do is secure the seat post. And right there is where I want it. I strap it in. And the straps are long for a reason, so you can pull it from the other side. And right there, all the clicks are done. We can take the ramp off. And we just need to feed our strap through. So long straps. And there it is. It's pretty tight. You know, this way there's a movement to the bar, but the main job of this bar is to keep this bike from going this way. And then the rigidity of the ramp is what's going to keep it from the 4.5 movement. And so I'm going to have some testing from you on the speed bumps, and I went on the road, did some driving, and you'll see how stable this thing is. Time for some testing right there. Very sharp speed bumps at the local high school for the kids. A little faster here. Just see the sway and the impact. And something to note is the first bike is a cargo bike, 88 pounds, and the second one is a 45-pound mountain bike, a Trek. Here we are hitting it diagonal, and this is really where the rack gets stressed, on the left to right. And it really does quite well. And the single bar, as you can see, is pretty steady. That big solid bar in the middle keeps both bikes quite good. And it seems like it's steady enough. Here is a GoPro mounted on the rear. You can see the sway of it exactly. And if you look back in the channel, you will see me test several racks using those same obstacles. Here it is on the road doing 30-40 miles an hour, and it does quite well. So it's something, I think once you learn how to use it, you can trust it. Make sure that center bar is happily holding the two bikes. What I'm going to do now is I am going to take the bike off. I can back it out, which might be the prudent way of doing it. Yeah, so let's do that, just so we don't need to clear the pedal from the vertical bar. Okay, so the straps. Okay, so the two straps are off, and now all I need to do is take care of this seat post strap, free this guy, and I do have my ramp, and the pedal is here, so it's just gonna back off. It should be okay, and the key here is to hold the front brake, maybe the rear. Yeah, hold the rear brake, the one that's forward facing, that's the one that's getting most stress. All right, right here, just back it up, hold both brakes. And you are off. Pretty cool, huh? Pros and cons of this rack. I think the price is fair. $899 for a Yakima is good, and we do have I see it on sale right now at Backcountry. Links in the description for like 20% off, 710 bucks. So pretty darn good. It is a sturdy rack. So I do like that they put the Yakima build. Oh, ooh, I see a bottle opener here on the center mounted mast rack. Not just a wheel hold rack can get this quality. So that's pretty cool. The rack is steady. You know, I had an 88-pound bike and a 50-pound bike, a mountain bike, on my testing, and you could see on on my stress testing. You can compare it to my old other videos too on how the other racks did. This is steady on the bumps, even with that tremendous amount of weight. They do have it in 2-inch and 1.25 inch, depending on your need. But if you have heavy bikes, definitely get the 2-inch, 80 pounds each. Otherwise, it's going to be like 70 pounds each. So the cons, I do love the sliding rails scenario. So you can adjust the wheelbase, and that way both wheels have wheel chocks right here that they're resting on. And you do have to adjust them to match your wheels perfectly. And you know, first time it's a pain, but I think once you have your bike set, then it's gonna be easier. You know which wheel, which bike goes in which position well. I do like this mast, the fact that it's easy to actuate and it's kind of automatic right here. It stays in place. It's pretty cool, very easy to operate, and it's very steady. So another advantage of this style of rack is they staggered the two rails from each other. One is higher than the other, and what that does is it minimizes handlebar interference. So when you have bikes with wide bars that are close together. So a little bit of knowledge from their experience with high-end racks. But there you go. It's the Yakima Onramp LX. Boom. On the con side, you know, it is strap city. If you have a very high-end mountain bike, you know, the wheel hold one, this one is a little different, more involved. It touches your frame or your seat post. So this is better for the odd-shaped bikes. The odd-shaped heavy bikes is what it does better than the other style. But if you do want the standard, just wheel hold, click, click, 30-second, that's the one up, or the Kuat. The Kuat Piston Pro is my favorite, and they have many variations to that. So there you go. And it's strap city. The straps are very long and cumbersome. They get in the way. They're kind of ugly, but that's what you need to make things easily accessible and easy to tighten or pull on. So I think it's a very legitimate offering from Yakima. You know, it's a special purpose rack, and I think that's what's happening to racks as well as bikes. It's kind of special purpose for a certain reason. But this one is not just an e-bike rack. It's a heavy rack utility kind of SUV of bike racks that can handle all shapes and sizes and all weights, pretty much all weights of bikes. All right.